It's Pop. Happy New Year. I hope that you're chilling. I hope that you're ringing in the new year in the right way. I hope that you're having a good time. Yeah, because I am. Now I'm going to start the year off right by talking about work culture. My do-rag. Working in work culture, that is right. So, do you have a job where you have to alter your personality for 8 hours a day so you can make enough money for sandwich ingredients? Because I think most of us do. And we're going to be talking about your job and what you be doing there and the culture of being there and how low-key destructive it is. So stay tuned for more of that crap right after this. Finger snap. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? All right, so work culture. Who went to work today? I sure as hell didn't. It's my day off. That's why I'm making this video. But who likes their job? Deadass. Who doesn't mind being in that place every day for 8 hours plus? I'm sure it's literally like 4 of you. Like 4 of you had just raised their hand just now or did like a confirmation nod or one of them's. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's not an all the time thing. And I believe it boils down to modern day work culture. Now, this subject I can talk to at length about, but I know very little about. I've only been working for a good 7, 8 years, on and off for the last 9 years. Now, it hasn't been a great road. I've had jobs that I didn't mind being at. I enjoyed sometimes. But most of the time, they're just places where I just want to go home. Like, I'm going to do my job and go home, and that's it. There's no way in hell I'm going above and beyond just so this manager will like me and promote me. That's a mistake I used to make when I was younger. Like literally making a manager happy, like I'm about to give them like a hand job or something, like it's gonna satisfy them so much that I'm gonna climb up the ranks and become CEO of the company somehow. Like that's literally gonna happen, but it's really not. So after like the age of 22, 23, I just realized, yo, you can't do anything to really make these people happy because they're just as miserable as you. They can't change your life. Like just do your job and leave. And that's when I realized work culture is a thing that follows you everywhere. Now, I major in business and I have had to take like managerial classes and HR classes to get my degree. And studying workflows and work systems and training, you put it all together and it's just this toxic cloud made of feces and made of garbage, built on lies and built on human labor and emotion. And no one wants to live like that. No one wants to be 42 years old and having to go to a Christmas party because you feel like if you don't, you're gonna get treated funny. Trust me, I remember those days of thinking I'm going to get treated funny, so let me make an appearance. No, I don't do Christmas parties. I don't do stuff like that. They did Secret Santa at my job, so I got my gift, and it was like a little bit before I came in, and I just pretended like I forgot, and I just put my gift under the tree like 3 days before. They're not getting 4 extra hours of work from me so we can do some weird Secret Santa stuff. Like, no way in hell. Secret Santa, the job interview process, the cafeteria food, communication, email, it all goes into work culture. Living within a culture you don't feel pertains to your life, it could be damaging. It sucks. It really does. And some people get anxious and get anxiety trying to be wrapped up in something that they don't belong into. Later on in the video, I'm going to more or less talk about work culture and how to survive your own work culture. But take it with a grain of salt because it all depends on what you do. It has variables. You can be American, and American work culture is different than Japanese work culture. You can be a black person, and navigating through a work culture can be different for you. You can be a woman, where it'll be a little bit harder for you to do things and to be heard. You can be a black woman with all those things put together, and it's just a general different experience for you. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. You got to take in consideration your situation. Where do you work? Who do you know? What is your handicap, if you have one? And where do you live? So let's all take those three things into consideration, and let's jump into it, shall we? First things first, boundaries. Where do you stand with your coworkers and your boss? Are you someone who's reliable? Are you someone who's considered lazy? Are you someone who's considered a team player? Or are you someone who literally does nothing and just chills all day and just collects their paycheck? I try to be the last one, but I am a team player, so I just do my best to make people happy, which in my job now works because it makes the job easier. But in some instances, you gotta be someone who knows how to say no. Let's say you have something else going on after work. You have to be in class 30 minutes after you clock out, and they want you to stay 15 minutes late, and your school is literally 20 minutes away. Do you A, say, I have class, I can't do it? That's the thing I would do. B, say no. C, just stay because you're scared you're gonna get fired. Or D, say you're gonna stay and just leave, which is something I do when I hate the job I'm at, just to piss people off. But that's another story. So I would pick A, but B, no, is personally acceptable. And here's why. You're not obligated to just stay unless they really say in their job policy you have to stay after work. If you're a cop and they tell you have to stay after, that's the law. You have to literally do it. You can't not do what they say. But if you work at freaking McDonald's and they ask you to stay 15 minutes late, and they know you clock out at this time, and they're saying it's mandatory, chances are you probably don't have to do it. Even though they might just say in the job description, you stay a little late sometimes, you stay 30 to 40 minutes late, we're closing the kitchen sometimes. Boom, I work in the restaurant before, that's sometimes how it goes, unless you can get someone to replace you. But most of the time, you can literally just say no. Or let's say your coworker asks you to cover for him on Tuesday because they have like a baseball game to go to. Do you do it to make your coworker happy? Do you do it to not make waves? Do you do it to make some extra money because you actually want to? You gotta do what you want to do and live on your own terms, because they will literally take advantage of you and drive you into the ground. And some employers will make you hate your job, so you quit. They don't want you there. So know your boundaries and know your worth. All right, second thing we're gonna talk about is workplace activity. Having cool coworkers is a gift and a curse at the same time. People you can talk to about anything, people you can go to for anything, and people you spend so much time with, you know a lot about, and you know their personality. And that part is the killer blow. They know what you like, they know what you don't like, they know what you do with your time, they know where you live, they know literally everything. And that will literally be the killer blow against you. They can use anything against you. They literally know that you're going to school and you graduate soon, so you're probably gonna quit next year. They know you have kids and you have other obligations. Don't promote this person. They're not available 8 to 3. They know where you go with your time. They know you smoke weed. They know you like to party. They know you like to drink. They know literally things that they shouldn't be knowing. They'll poke at you and prod at you and make fun of you and do these things to make you feel uncomfortable because they just want to mess with you. And that is one thing I hate about work, because it's literally, drum roll, other people. And that's the one thing that kills me. I'm a teamwork person. I am very much into getting the job done, liking the people I work with, but I keep it 10 feet. Give it 10 feet. Arm's reach, baby. Don't come near me. I can do one workplace activity a year. Don't call me for any other workplace activity. I'm not doing the Christmas ball. I'll do Secret Santa and then that's it. I'm not doing anything crazier than that. I'm not staying after work to go drinking. It's not going to happen. This also goes into the boundary situation. I'm not going to go around dating my coworkers or doing anything super crazy with them because I don't want them knowing anything about me. Arm's reach, boundaries. Don't mess with my money because you know that I'm quitting next week, or you know I might quit soon, or you know I'm job searching. Don't mess with my stuff. Leave my stuff alone. Workplace stuff. That's it. We ain't chilling. We ain't Lincoln. What's that meme say? We ain't Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, I'm gonna put that up. There it is. There it is. Loyalty is another thing. I work in a 55 and older community, and I learn a lot from these people. And everyone in that place is a boomer. Like everyone who lives in there has to be older than 55. You know, they're like, Solomon, you're so smart. Next year, when you find your next job, find yourself a nice company that gives you benefits that you can grow with, that gives you a nice pension and everything. Yeah, that's what I did when I was around your age. And look, I retired nicely and I made a few $100,000 a year and I'm retiring great. I'm healthy and stuff like that. I had good insurance. Everything's all set. Now, in 2019, 2020, excuse me, I forgot the year, that really doesn't happen like that anymore. It's damn near impossible. I'm going to read job descriptions for you. Most of these jobs don't offer you anything good. It's like you'd be happy to make more than $17 an hour. And they say with a promise of benefits that doesn't come. You work on contract. They fire you before, like a little bit before the date. And then you're asked out like you have nothing going for yourself. And it's not fun. They start you out with less pay, and then they give you a promise of benefits, so you're stretching yourself for something that doesn't exist, and now you're stuck in a place because you're like, well, I'm getting paid this amount of money, so I'm gonna stick around for 6 months, and then I'm gonna try to find the job I really want, which is literally something anyone between the age of 18 and 30 does. And I think like it goes even further than that. But here are some job descriptions. Let's read them. This one description actually describes the company's history and tells you very little about the job. And there is no pay. There's literally nothing about pay or benefits. But it says your main focus will be assisting in checking in and loading trucks at the warehouse, assist in routing fleet, loading of trucks if necessary, ensure all trucks secured and parked safely once loaded, and it's 1 minimum year of warehouse experience, GED or high school diploma, and excellent organizational and time management skills. Now, this job is for a warehouse at a thing, like a distributor down the street from where I live. And it literally tells you nothing about the job. You're not going to know until you get to the interview. And someone desperate enough will take it. Let's read one more, shall we? Here's one. Here's a job description for a Dave & Buster's. This one says, now hiring deposit clerks administrative. I'm sure they're going to have you in the front in the restaurant. They're just trying to bait you into coming in because it says administrative. Deposit staff assists management in controlling the flow of money through the building. They provide administrative support through management, through reconciliation of money equivalents, and all applicable paperwork. Dave & Buster is an expanding. And it talks about the company more or less. It says more stuff to know, a flexible schedule that can accommodate school schedules and other jobs. This job is not for someone who has other jobs and or goes to school. It's probably for somebody who has already completed school, they're probably gonna say like you have no experience in this unless you worked in an office already. But anyway, it says good pay, training, and room to advance. Benefits include 50% off meals during their shift. Oh my god, you're not trying to eat here. PTO accrual. After 30 days, you get medical, dental, vision, and voluntary benefits. I do not think that is true. That is probably a lie. And then you get power cards. So, and then Heart Fund, helping employees through rough times. That's very nice. But I'm 100% doubtful that all these things are included in the job. So I'm really try to be wary of this stuff, and I keep my loyalty at bay. I like most of the times I like the people I work with, I like my managers, but it never really works out like that. And I can't really say that these workplaces care all that much about you unless you're a super vital part of the team where you're pivotal to the company's success. That means you probably damn near own the place. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of talking. So it's been like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna just share some memes that I made. So it says, manager casually asks if you go to school and if you have hobbies, so they don't have to promote you if you have other ambitions. Oh, capitalism. All right, let's do another one. Okay, this one isn't like a joke. It just calls you on your fucking day off. Bottom text. Okay, all right, let's do another one. Holiday party. Yay. I hate those. All right, okay. Here's one more. Okay, it says, gets mad at you for not staying late. But it's like the boss will literally leave 4 hours early to go to a football game. But they get mad at you for having a doctor's appointment outside of your work hours. So you had to leave on time. Yo. Oh my god. Is it funny or sad? Do these memes piss you off or do they make you laugh? Because they kind of make me laugh, but they piss me off at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, work culture, man. Work culture. What you guys think? Is this something that you guys are used to, or is it still a culture shock for you? Are you used to the daily hustle and bustle, or can you not stand it like I can't stand it? Either way, you're right. It's personal. It's a personal opinion, but this is how it's built, and this is what it's built on. So it's something you either get used to, or it's just something that you slowly loathe and hate in the long run. And you just keep hating it and keep loathing it until you do your own thing and find your own career and path that you enjoy. So it's been real. Peace.